Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're fine. My name is Musdalifah Nahumarury. My major is Islamic Religion Education from Class D. I will describe the journey we go to Hilla. Before that, I will explain about Hilla country and the Amsterdam fortress. Hilla is one of the most famous villages in Ambon's history. Hilla lies in the district Lehitu, or often called Jazira Lehitu. The Amsterdam fortress is the Dutch or Netherlands fortress, lies in between village of Hilla and Kaitetu, district Lehitu, central Maluku. Distance the Amsterdam fortress thereabouts 42 kilometers from Ambon city, and the fortress lies right in the side Hilla and Kaitetu beach. The main building of the Fort of Amsterdam was first built by the Portuguese led by Francisco Serrao in 1512 and was used as a trading lodging. Then after the Dutch took control of Ambon Island in 1605, they took over the lodge building and turned it into a fort. The construction of this fortress was like a building house, so by the Dutch they called it the Huis block. The building consisted of 3 stories, 1 floor of red bricks, 2 and 3 stories of ironwood. At the end of the building was a lookout tower. The first floor served as a sleeping quarters for the soldiers, the second floor for the officers' meeting place, and the third floor served as a monitoring post. Abandoned by the Dutch at the beginning of 1900, the Amsterdam fortress is now one of the only tourist spots available on the trip to Ambon. With a long history of the fortress, it witnessed the reach of the Indonesian realm controlled by its forced enterprise. The Gulf of Ambon was one of the most lucrative trade routes that ever attracted the Portuguese to control. Originally, the Amsterdam fortress was a kind of Portuguese warehouse that also served as a defense against foreign attacks. But eventually it was taken by the Dutch and turned into a bulwark against the attacks of the Maluku people. Indonesian travel is not only about the beauty of nature but also about the long journeys of Indonesian history. Standing on the battlement of the fort where the cannons once stood, our vision quickly became spoiled by the beautiful high seas. With rolling blue waves, rows of trees on small sandy beaches, just looking at Indonesia from a corner of a fortress makes me feel deeply grateful to be part of such a beautiful and wealthy country. The Castle of Amsterdam lies in between Hilla and Kaitetu district. Okay, now I will tell you about my journey. Here my journey to get to Hilla. The journey we are to forgo to this place by use a cart and below the villages the one on Ambon. We start the journey from City Pass. The Brimob dorm lies in Tantui, and then across the bridge Merah Putih, then become the link between Tantui and Poka. After that, Widow Poka lies just before we entered district Lehitu. We found some villages like Batu Koneng and Kate-Kate. After we do some of those villages, we entered Jazira Lehitu region, where we passed the Hunut or Durian Pata village, Hulung, Sapuri, Talaga Kodok, Wanat, Poli, Hitu, Wakal, Mamua, Waitomo, and Tahoku village. And then we arrive in Hilla, where this country is known for its historical significance, like a fortress and some other historical artifacts. That is the old mosque and also the old church. That's all the story of journey we go to Hilla. Thanks for your nice attention, and finally I'd like to say goodbye in the next video. Bye bye.